think so. Anyway, welcome to. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the Japanese name for it. So I'll just say welcome to Super Dimension Fortress Macross. For those fans of both the both Robotech and Macross itself, you guys are in for a treat. First and foremost, check game configuration again. Yep, vibration. Put mode on easy. I'll explain that one later on. And you'll thank me for not having that on normal. Don't ask me, I wasn't seeing that one, but the rest of the people will get to that one. Anyway, before we start, I have to get to a certain screen first. Because timing does not start until we get to the final prompt before that. On that one. Since it's both stories, we'll be doing both the ARMD and Prometheus. In fact, if you start with the ARMD, the game actually double checks on that one to make sure that that is the correct thing you want to do. Anyway, timing will be... The run will start as soon as I hit the equivalent to the OK button. So I guess... whenever you guys are ready. So let's all have some fun. So 3, 2, 1. Anyway, welcome to Super Dimension Fortress Macross. It's based off the old TV show. Let me know if I need to fix things on that one. Because we've got a little bit of time on that one, beginning part of the game, so let me know. Gotta start by flying forwards here. First and foremost, you just gotta actually take out some of the opening enemies here. Really simple, really easy on this one. Anyway, if you've seen Macross, basically we're defending the Macross Island here. The game's got a lot of interesting tech to it. And it's also got one of the greatest experience of devs not really thinking things through when they gave the player a lot of mobility. And that's the beginning part of stage 1. Yes, it's in Japanese because the game never came out in the US, sadly. Let's go to my end, that one. But I digress there. And the beginning part, these are unskippable. It's cool. Yeah. It's the Japanese version. Well, let me rephrase that. It's not so much the Japanese version, but it's one of the source materials that the show was based off of. Which shoutouts to both the Macross and Robotech communities for finally, after 35 years, making peace. Anyway, so we're defending Macross, city here after the Zizati are attacking. The game has a lot of interesting movement tech for it. If you played Battle Cry, which is one of the other games I speedrun, you'll notice some things that are the same and some things that are different. Like the character that we play as for the first story. But we've got to defend the island. Since we can't really progress anything on that one, and since this game, if you played Battle Cry, this one does something stupid. And by that I mean, it gives the ability to use the Guardian and fly backwards. So, yeah, devs, if you're going to give your player a lot of movement options, make sure you're not letting them actually infinitely spam missiles. It is. I speedrun it. It's a great game. Anyway, need to take out this boss over here. Notice me using Battloid a lot more than anything else. That's because, honestly, the game does not give you a good way to lock onto enemies, except if you're in Battloid. And I don't know about you, but when doing combat, it's a lot easier to actually fight when you can lock onto an enemy. Anyway, that's the first mission done. So, yeah, a bit of the story. Earth was embroiled in a global war. Humanity ended up finding out they were, not the only one, only species in the universe in a single night, with the macross there falling to the planet. So, that basically, helped with settling up some wars. I forget the name of the pilot that we are playing as I said, but anyway, we just defended, Macross City. We gotta actually go through all that stuff. I have to say, I like both to some degree. Honestly, the best way I like to think of Robotech is they took the idea for for the Super Dimension series and tried to make that as an actual complete series. Anyway, the one nice thing about this is right now we just gotta protect the Macross while it's in in low orbit. You'll be seeing a lot of Guardian mode. Also, shoutouts to Roy. And shoutouts to the Valkyries on that one. Actually, it's not pre-Gundam. Gundam is from the 70s. Although the franchise did help popularize the transforming mech archetype, which was later seen in Zeta. Yes, it is actually 3. Honestly, I'd say for the time, you gotta appreciate at least the fact that they did get more shows in the US. I always, considering I run both, always tell people, especially at the beginning of my Robotech runs, to always support the original material, the original source materials. Anyway, again, because the devs do not give us a proper lock-on feature except for Battloid, our Valkyrie's going to be in that one for a lot. And I'll explain, starting at Mission 3, why we are using the easy flight control setup. And you probably will thank me for that one later on. Let's do backpedal up here, launch some missiles. You gotta get rid of all these enemies in a certain amount of time, right now. Them. I could be flying aerial combat for it, but there's reasons on that one. Again, when the game expects you to not do other stuff, it's what it is. I do know Robotech has a DVD box set of everything on that one. But now they've taken out the orbital enemies, we're going to, have to race back, to get to the SDF-1 before their hyperspace fold. And technically our character, at least for this one, is one of the members of Skull Squadron. But you'll get to see some interesting things here. You'll see me abuse missiles whenever I can. Gotta clear out the skies. Again, one of the other reasons why I usually prefer to have the ability to lock on to enemies versus other stuff is because when you can still do a lot of the stuff without having to really fight through the stuff aerial combat wise, especially with the way the actual crosshairs work for the game. It's just a lot easier to do that. Especially since they do not give you a proper, some of the stuff like that. Also, fun fact, whenever I'm in Battloid, The fact that you will see me firing 2 weapons is due with the fact that they do not give you the sniper rifle option in this, but they do give you like a head cannon, something like that. So usually it is a lot faster to actually fire, you know, both at the same time. Dish out more damage that way. You'll also see me flying backwards a lot, because Guardian mode with the ability to fly backwards, it basically allows you to turn it into a missile platform. So it's fun. On you. They do score you on some stuff. There's the first wave on that one. So now then, we just have to get down to the target, which is basically landing on the ship. The interesting things about the controls for this game is the way that they did it, with the transformations being on the R2 and L2 buttons, and they get to be annoying, especially since they allow for multiple options with that. Like, for now, I'm boosting by holding R2, yet if I switch to anything on that one, it becomes a transformation button. And we want to touch down here. And we have to basically land on the ship because we'll be on the ship as far as the hyperspace roll goes, so we'll be doing that. I need to do one thing quick while I am waiting for text to match through. Nice. Oh, crap, too small. Anyway, this one, Mission 3 is a pure auto-scroller basically, so we've gone through the hyperspace fold, so we're that, you know, around, God, not by Jupiter yet, but we are having to defend the ship. There is no way to speed this up, so it is actually faster to just hang around the ship and just save stuff on that one. Also, I agree with you, saving tapes on that one. I can still remember, you know, I can actually still remember watching Rotech, you know, when it was on Cartoon Network's Toonami back in the 90s. I have to say, I'm a fan of, you know, I need to watch more of the macross stuff on it. I think at one point I'd love to see, you know, if they ever redid Robotech, I'd love to see them be able to actually pull some more of the adult style stuff that Macross had. You know, just that way, because I have to say, I do like the way they have some of the characters done. Like, I can actually believe that Global, you know, probably was, you know, feeling horrible or out drinking the night before the actual ship launched. Same thing with Roy on that one. I mean, it actually just makes sense to the character. And in today's style, it would have probably not even had to, you know, censored or anything like that. Anyway, so I guess since I've got a little bit of a break here, I will demonstrate one huge reason about why we, why at least, you know, since there was only one of this game present, why I choose to use easy as far as the flight control goes. And it's not like I can't fly the other stuff, but no. It's because doing stuff like this, which is doable for all 3 modes, other stuff like that, and you see stuff like this, I don't want to have you guys have to deal with possible, you know, motion sickness. So if I could manage to do that with taking out one of the modes, that possibility, it's a lot, you know, kinder on people. And since easy flight controls lets me still fly, you know, do a lot of the most of the actual dodging and stuff like that a bit easier. Well, it really doesn't, but at the same point, it, you know, it's a compromise. So right now, as I said, we're just defending the ship. This gives me a chance to actually just, you know, kick back, relax, and see how you all want to do it. Yeah. It's one of those things, it's just like, for this, there are some times where the frame rate does lag like anything, but you really won't see that most of the time. Hey, we'll use our missiles on that one. Take out this one. Said we just gotta protect the ship. You'll start to see me actually start being a bit more wise with missiles on that one, because we have a limited number of heavies and a crap load of lights. You can see my actual amount up in the top right corner. And when they allow for both versions to actually hit, for both the Guardian, and yes, I will call it Guardian, because I don't even want to try to pronounce the Japanese name for it. Yes. So I said I think Guardian is probably an actual better name for the combo than, it's what, Denwick or something like that? I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. So, one of my biggest complaints about this game, the different camera views on the D-pad. It's one of the other reasons why I tend to turn off auto camera, because if you do anything like that, it will automatically, if you fire a full volley of missiles, it will change to follow the missiles, and you have to actually take the time to take it out. Anyway, we skip through text. The cards are part of the thing. I tend to use a, you know, new game file versus, you know, new game plus on that one, but either way works. It just makes it easier for timing purposes. Yes, thank you, 3. As I said, trying to pronounce it on that one, but sadly, no, it does not. I wish it did for some of it, because I would even prefer it. But now we're by Saturn, so we have to get through these, you know, get through an asteroid, you know, part of the rings to go launch a surprise attack. So we're gonna dodge there. We've got to get there in a certain amount of time. So you'll see me actually pilot, you know, through here, just holding boost as fast as I can. We can't destroy the rocks, but just got to go through there. Fun fact, we are using the 1J at present. And trying to not hit things. But luckily we don't take damage from hitting anything at present. Although the game does give you some actual control as far as momentum, and a bit more of the momentum control is useful. So we're going to fly through here. We got to get there as fast as possible. This actually gives you a decent, you know, solid target on that one. This game focuses more on the actual aerial combat, you know, throughout the run, which is interesting on that one. Come on. Come on. Closing in. I should be able to make it in time. Yep, made it just in time. Well, yes, the fighter, the battleoid, Gerwalk. As I said, you know, for me, because I suck at pronouncing some things, I was just going to call it that one, though I still prefer, you know, Valkyries over, you know, Veritex, although one of the nice things I love to always think about is that I could imagine this actually happening, and I do not understand why they couldn't have kept that new terminology when they brought it over to the US, at least as far as Robotech goes. Why they couldn't have just made, like, something about Roy being pissed off and just made it, like, he nicknamed it and basically it stuck. This is for the PS2. And I am playing it on console because I do have a Japanese PS2. Anyway, right now, we've got to protect the macross as they're trying to launch an attack. So we'll just defending, getting rid of these ships. They're starting to launch missiles at the ship. I have to say, considering most of the other games are more side-scrolling, I do enjoy whenever they have the games that are not. So we're going to fly towards the SDF-1. We're going to brake, do some quick turn, and just sit here and take out the missiles, because at this point you just gotta keep them, keep the ship defended. And we're flying, we're dodging. I have to say, out of all the few Macross games I've I've played, as well as a couple Robotech games I've played, I do like how both the actual gameplay styles for each, handle. Sega, in this case, made it closer to an Ace Combat style game, which they gave you maneuverability, but they did not take to account how that maneuverability would help you. Thanks to all three modes. So you get a good sense of just like how, maneuverable you can be in the fighter and in the other modes too, but I do not want to sound negative on that one, but I do like the fact that I get some more control over the Battleoid as far as just like its maneuverability in a game like Battlecry. In a game like Battlecry, I can actually do that and, do going from fighter to Battleoid a lot, faster, and being able to actually use that in combination a lot easier. Try to explain, what I can explain on that one. Game's got a lot of fun to it, and, so just gotta protect the ship, gotta dodge stuff on that one. The run's actually pretty simple to pick up and learn. It's more about, learning the controls and just, playing it well. You notice it's like they give you so many missiles that you really don't have to care about, fighting them with the guns for the most part. And I have to say, as someone who runs both games, it does help with both, this plus, a game like Battlecry. Both skill sets actually have, help with a lot of stuff. Nice. And the timing for it is basically in-game time, just because they give you a timer. Then again. So we've gotten through all of that. We defended the ship. The ship, all through, attacked stuff around Saturn. So we're at essentially Mars now. So we just gotta defend the ship while they're on Mars. So you'll see me again just flying backwards and using the fact that I can just sit here and do that. Which, again, this is why I said the game devs did not take full advantage of how maneuverable they made the actual craft. Because the enemy AI will not really break off until they get to you. So, being able to do that means they're just going to keep coming at you. And here's our first actual boss fight. I forget what her name is. Our second one. I still say first because the other one's more just killing an actual officer pod, not a true boss fight. You'll see me switching between all three modes. trying to not, get hit on some stuff like that. Hovering up a bit. Quickly changing between all three. Guess I can close, even though I've taken some damage. Almost done this part of the mission, so that's solid on that one. Take care of that. I have to admit, the actual way that they handled the gameplay is cool. I wish that they had made it a bit less, not so much making everything look realistic versus, I would take, it's got a lot of interesting strategies to it. But this is the nicest thing is any chapter where it's divided up between things means I at least do have a checkpoint. So now that we've gotten rid of the first base piece of it, we're going to quickly turning around, defend the ship for that amount of time. There's a bit of free fall. Control my fire on that one. That there. One of the nicest things is actually getting a full health refill there. For some of the close quarters combat, it is a bit easier to actually use Battleoid, despite it taking a little bit longer some of the times, just because of how hard it is to actually deal with aiming with the Gudwick/Guardian mode, especially since trying to do that lock on with missiles can be a little hard. And we saved the ship. 1 minute. At present, what we're using is the 1J. As they unlock it per each of the actual stages on that one. Sadly, you don't get to select them except in free mode, but we have the 1J on that one. Next, and this is our first example of using the Super Battleoid armor. And this is basically a pure boss fight. You take out a Cyclone. If you notice, Midmay in the corner actually singing for her contest for becoming Miss Macross. You'll see me switch between my weapons so I can actually create a good solid rate of fire. This is when using solid full missile volleys does help. You can also launch them individually, and that is sometimes actually the best option as far as getting in the amount of damage you need. I'm going to dodge the enemy missiles. Want some more missiles, swap my other missiles. Again, at present, this is all about just keeping up a good solid rate of fire while dodging. firing, we're firing, we're firing. Dodging. Doing some quick dodging on that one. Using both a combination of missiles plus guns. Dish out a lot more damage. Doing some more dodging. Using some of the missile barrages. So we're firing even more. Strafing a bit. As I said, I forget who the main character for the Prometheus story is. That one, sadly, it's not a didn't mean to, but it's the. I usually practice the ARMD route because the ARMD route has a lot more challenges. Dodges. And that should be that. Wrapped done. Yeah, basically. And Guardian 2 on that one. And Minmei's just been crowned Miss Macross. I do like how each of the styles have their own unique layer to it and feel. Not bad on that one. So, skipping that. Not gonna save on that one. 7 is... oh god, try to remember it. It's a bit on that one, but still. I like how they give you a lot of different options on that one. Oh yeah, we've gotta protect the cat's eye. Why do they always make you have to do that in all the games? And this is one of the ones where we not only have to protect them, but we can't really use our heavy missiles close to them, just because of parts later in the stage. Because when an enemy's like right near it, and you really can't target them without damaging the ship, it's a bad thing. So we're gonna dodge some here. Do that a bit. Another reason why doing fighter combat is a bit harder in here is because of the fact that the if you notice the actual way that it handles the crosshairs for it, it doesn't ever want to stay true. Fly close to here, head up, start defending the cat's eye. So we're gonna boost towards him. Excuse me. Gotta keep firing. Hold down. Keep dodging. Got some volleys at him. The other thing is since the game does not really give you anything to truly lock onto, it's other stuff with that one. Yeah, they actually do. In the ARMD route. And if you notice how the crosshair is not straight, that's how it tends to get. So there's a reason why I tend to try to use other stuff for it. And this is where I've got to start to be careful because if the enemy is that close to it, the splash damage from the missiles can and will deal damage. So what I'm going to do is try to deal some damage while at the same point not hitting the cat's eye. This one is more about just keeping the cat's eye alive than cat's eye is safe on that one. Try to do the strafe sub on that one. At least the positive note is you do get to hear some pretty good music towards the later part of the run. Got some singletons for the heavy missiles. So you want to be able to dodge. Gotta backpedal and do some strafes here. Lots of missiles, and then quick return. I have to say, I'm at least glad I was able to find an old guide from IGN for the game, for at least explaining some of the smaller things on that one, at least as far as the, you know, what to do for 1 to 2 of the missions, but so that really did help. That's all that one, so we defended the cat's eye.
早瀬注意の登場したキャッツアイ1号機が護衛部隊ともども消息不明なんです。
Stay hydrated and ensure to always have some good things on that one. I actually still need to go back and watch the original macross on that one and compare it to Rotec. Although, again, I like both of them. I do. I want to check out all the other ones too. Anyway, so we've done all that. Now on stage 8. There are 12 missions to the Prometheus storyline. So right now we've got to defend the ship again as they're approaching Earth. So again, if they're going to fly right at us, I'm going to use that to my advantage. Again, if they're going to do that, and not move the Raxual, and not move out of the way, and not break off out of the flight pattern, it's more of a, if the game developers did not want to think on that one, then yes. Because apparently the game developers forgot, oh wait, these things can go backwards. See some quick strafes, use missiles, and using the fact of the explosions from the missiles to dish out more damage. Some heavy missiles there. Use the actual explosions from them to dish out more damage. Since the actual radius of the explosion will deal damage, you will see me every now and then actually use that to my advantage. because of that one. Yep, live event. Well, live enough with that one. So now we just have to hang around for a bit. One of the bosses. Do some more strafing here and there, try to dodge missiles. Gotta be quiet for a little bit because bosses can sometimes be a challenge, especially the more nimble ones. That's one of the things I gotta sort of keep an eye on. So every now and then I will actually use singleton missiles on that one. They don't deal as much damage as a full volley, but they let me continue up a rate of fire, which is sometimes very useful. Just the fact of shooting down missiles on that one. Draws my guns to help with dishing out a lot more damage. Another thing that's good for individual missiles is it's solid at a good way to read the enemy. Which is very, very, very useful. There we go. Oh, that one. The Invid game is interesting. The controls are interesting on that one. It's got some very fun and amusing things you can do in that game. It's glitchy to some degree, but kind of fun. Especially with what you can do in it. If you look up my channel, twitch.tv/Mageius1, I've got a clip or two of that showing just some dumb things you can do in that game. And oddly enough, fellow tech runners actually did manage to get a speed run for that. So, I might add, he's also, you know, a fellow macross runner as well for some of the older games on that one. So, the communities, you know, are there for, you know, fun on that one, and by fun, I mean, you know, there are fans of both, you know, series out there. You gotta fly there. You get there perfectly to time it to actually pick up, you know, the pod. Also, the Invid game is kind of funny, because that's one of the other things where the devs did not think about, oh wait, you can transform mid-air and fling yourself. It's a fun one too. But, so we have got mission 9. Yes, it still does have the cyclones. Which is why I said flinging yourself in that game is fun. Because going from a cyclone flipping, going off midair and then flipping is forward again is fun. Anyway, we finally made it back to Earth. So we've got to get rid of some of these ships and then take out some more, and then have another boss fight. We want to slowly fly close to them, so that we can start targeting. This couple of cutscenes, sadly, but want to actually take out as many as we can. Flying backwards, strafing at the same time. Now you may ask yourself, Mage, why aren't you using heavy missiles here? We got a boss fight coming up, so sort of want to save those. Another thing about this is, in order to be able to reset your aim, having to go into battle is a thing. Anyway, hey, there's Max. Maximilian, depending on which way to say his name on that one. Max can be a little bit annoying here and there, especially in the games that he's in. Well, let me rephrase that. In the English games he is in. We want to use this, lead our missiles here. Back up a bit more, take that out. Strafe some. Off some one-offs. That way we can dish out as much damage as possible. Take them out. There. And now we just have to kill the stuff. Again, I don't want to, have people have to deal with stuff like this. So, on to phase 2. On to phase 2. This is the nicest thing is we get a refill. Back up while dodging some of the enemy fire. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on some of the stuff, story-wise, because it's been years since I've seen the show in either of its forms. Volleys at them. Should be enough for that. Fire some of the missiles there. Now we gotta take out boss. Strafing. more quick transformations. Fire some more missiles here and there. More accurate there, because they were so close that it's easier to actually just do, some pure fire volleys there. Plus it's also easy for aiming. I will see me launch my last missile there. Nicest thing is once you have run out of missiles, it will swap you back to your other type of missile. And you'll see that to a solid use later on in some of the ARMD storyline. Change on that one. Do that, and then we're good there. Yeah. So we've gotten through all that one. And what's up? Nice, S rank. Let's go that one. Now we've unlocked something stupidly good. The other reason why I do not use a memory card for this game. Mash too fast, and you might have that happen. Which is a solid reason for why, no memory card. So you did not want to see it. Anyway, we are at the equivalent of bursting points. Sorry, it took me a minute to remember the actual name of the episode. I don't know what the original name is for macross on that one, so I'm just going by the other one. But it's essentially where the SF-1 has gotten back to Earth, and it's defending itself on that one. It's got its giant shield up. So right now we just gotta get rid of as many enemies as we can. Do some quick dodges here and there. And some there. Do some strafes here and there. Do some more strafing. But to be fair, if the show was redubbed or even remade nowadays, they would have probably included a lot more of the music. But again, getting that to ever happen. Anyway, we'll do that there, that there, that there, take them out. Some quick strafing. Quick dodging. Change. Quick, the full jet. That there. Good with that, and we're good for that one. She said. I do have to say. So now we have to actually nicest thing. We get to actually take out some of the ships in here. So we just need to fly towards them. Bearings on that one. There we go. Come on. Thank you. Come on. Ah, way too high on that one. Okay, there we go. Now I'm lined up on that one. So what we're gonna do is this. Because just getting rid of all the guns is good enough to get rid of the ship. Almost missed one. There's one. Them. Just it really doesn't show you a target until for them until you get close to that. You want to hover a bit up high. Some strafes here. Get rid of all that side. Barrel rolls. Insert the Star Fox meme there. Do a barrel roll. There's number 2 done. Okay, onward, upwards on that one. I still want to play the PSP games. You can actually stream from them, so it's one of those things that's been on my list to check out. And the Vita games will actually work with that one. Will actually work with a Vita TV because I've got one of those. Still annoyed with Sony on the fact of the Vita TV will not work with every Vita game, and considering I've got a vision problem, small screen with the Vita is annoying. That's one of those things I wish they could go back and fix that one, just for the accommodation side of stuff. Want to hover towards there, just make sure I don't miss anything. One left here, there's that. One left. I have to admit, I do like the way that, you know, I do like each individual take on the game and the franchise. Let's go, we gotta get to that one as fast as possible. I'll fly up a bit so that way I can get a good overhead view of it. Target them all. Give a minute to chat so I can actually, you know, just a few small things left here. Full movement, so there's that. That's all 4 of them. And we should be good there. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to get that to work on it, but it's been a bit of a pain to try to get it to work on that one. Anyway, so we have officially save the ship. You've had the first piece of it. So now we have to defend the area. This is one of the stages I like to say, why are we in the ship? Because we'll be going inside it in a bit. It's one of those weird stages. You'll see me literally waste all of my heavy missiles part of this mission because, well, we can't use them inside. Strafing, right. Trying to maintain a good balance on that one. Full volley off on that one. Some strafing here and there. That. Put some more strafing on it. Now we have another ship. That one. It's one of those things we can't really stop it, so we've got to actually just keep doing what we're doing. There are some missiles here and there. The gunfire to actually get them to move a bit. Fire one of our heavier missiles there. We want to be able to damage the actual ship some. By the way, the Falcon Punch in the game. I gotta say, personally, I'd love for, more of the game companies to be able to do more on that one. I'd love for more anime games on the Switch. So I've actually got one. Although I have to say, I still am upset about the remake for the Macross saga that they did for the Switch. Not a negative thing, I just think, honestly, that game runs way too hot in the dock. I legitimately have an older Switch, like day one, and I could barely get a full run in because of the fact that that game just... I know my Switch's fan is not the best because of it being old, but still, that thing gets hot as anything. I know if it's... I can only guess it was probably one of the dev studio's first attempts, but I could be wrong there. And that's also giving them the benefit of the doubt on that one. That there. That's those there. Another fun fact for that one. They did actually not give hitboxes for part of the final boss. Which is kind of fun. To actually just be able to hover above part of the final boss and do that one. Yeah, but I also don't feel like getting a new one. Especially with all the Switch rumors about them doing a Switch Pro. If they do, it's sort of like just do I want to pay for it or just hope that they actually do it? Anyway, we're now inside the ship. We can't use missiles. We actually can't. Just so. See? The sound you hear is them basically saying, nope, we can't. So we can't find the enemy. Since they won't show up on radar in a sense, we have to find each of them. Also, they give you a limited loss on that one. Considering all the rumors that have been flying around and all the stuff with it, it's almost to the point of it's like if it's smoke, there's fire, so it's hard to tell. I think if they do, it'll be at the end of the year. And personally, I would love to see one, just because, honestly, I speedrun a few Switch games, and I'll take the extra speed. And also, the fact of having a larger screen. So I can't tell you how annoying any handheld game is when you have a vision problem and trying to read text. Especially modern games in handheld, it is high resolutions. Anybody tried getting close to putting their PC screens on the highest resolution setting and then notice how small everything gets? Yeah, now imagine that handheld. I'm trying to read. Are you? Okay. Got them all yet? Yep, I got them all in the first section. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4. Just hoping that game is going to live up to its hype, just because, honestly, of them having to restart it from scratch. That's one of those games that's probably going to be so highly anticipated that if it's not perfect, you're gonna see people complain. Then again, people complain no matter what nowadays. Anyway, let's go find enemies here, so we need to take them out. Do that there. Some strafes here and there. We need to get to specific points. And it's just like the radar's just like, hey. Come on, you. Go this way. Gotta fly over here. Quick change to that one there because we have to. Let's go for that one. Yeah, that's sort of one of the reasons why I actually do the easier things, so that way when flying, don't have that as much. I try to minimize anything like that to help people, because my significant other literally, she is one of those people that's like, a lot of the things can get that to some degree when playing some games, so I try to minimize that already, for her whenever I play a game on that one. So it's one of those things I do try my best to help minimize that for anybody else on that one, because I know for those things is like once you know someone, basically in your own life that's got a problem like that or anything like that, you literally start to care about it more. The fact that it's like, one of the reasons why I always recommend to people, think about like some of the small things that you think, some people might have to deal with. And that's a solid way of stuff on that one. Yeah, I know. I try to do what I can do to make sure I can help out others on that one. And I know. Also Mass Effect 2. Amazing game. Amazing, amazing game. Anyway, we are essentially at Force of Arms. As a positive note, we get the 1S Super for this mission. I do appreciate the scale of which they did for this mission in this game. As you'll see coming up later on. I have not. Sadly, I have not. What system is it for anyway? Here, down to you. Two. First set of that one. Here's one of the asteroid ships. Trust me. At some point, I really should think to the guide that I found for this game. It's like you can clearly see it's a product of its time for some of the stuff, but at the same point, it's just like that's what it is anyway. The bombardment of the planets. Also, we get something special in this mission that you don't get to see at, you know, almost anywhere else. This is why we do not have normal heavy missiles. For reasons that shall be explained in a little bit. These. Fire those there. Fire those there. Head towards them. Fire a missile there. So quick strips of that one there. Check those, get both of them. Let's get a little sadly on that one. Anyway. I always take, you know, tested for games that people might think I might enjoy on that one. Anyway, so we gotta take out all these. Those. Strafing here and there. Just gotta keep it up on that one. Left on that one, just gotta keep flying there. We're going to start to actually see me do some proper flight and evasion. Oh good, now I know I can do something here. That target we gotta take out. One of the ships. Ah. Not sure if I have access to this or not. So we want to fly a little bit away. So I have to be careful on this one. My goodness, just on that one. These are very, very powerful. Should have been using them earlier, but I wasn't sure if or not I had. Or if not, I was able to use them at present, because during the first part of the mission, they won't let you use them. So we want to fly around that there. Also, be prepared to enjoy one of the good parts about this mission. We get some actual music. As I said, I do like this part. I do like the way that they actually, treat the actual parts with this, because they made it like 10 times, look 10 times cooler than a game like Battle Cry on that one. Dodge that. Gotta make sure to actually save my missiles on that one, because if I overuse them, I actually automatically fail the mission. Yeah, the game is stingy on that one. Out of dodge there. And it takes 2 per shot to actually get rid of each carrier. Well, each ship, I should state. So, having 10 left, there's 4 of them. I can only really miss 2 of them. So, we gotta, fire them precisely on that one. You do have to admit, the sheer scale and scope that they use for this part is actually very nice. Back. So that's 3 of the 4 down. Or is it 2? Either way, I've lost count. So we gotta go through the next one here on that one. This is basically not so much a final boss, what you think, but get there. Come on now. Change back. Do a pop on that one. Did the second land? No, it did not. Let's go for that one there. So take out that one. Left. Yep, still got 1 more on that one, so here we go. As I said, I try to make sure everybody gets to enjoy a run of mine whenever I can, to make sure that, all that, so we're going. That's what happens when you get caught in the enemy's fire. Not a good thing. that there, yep, that one. So let's take it easy on that one. That there. One left. Did I get it? Still I got it. Did I got it? Yep, I did. Now, that's the end of the Prometheus storyline. But since in-game time is used, we gotta sit through the credits to get the final mission time for this. But hope you all enjoyed the first of the two storylines. To see some nice, fan favorites, in that one, Max, his wife, and their kid. So if you're all enjoying the beginning part of this, as that's what it is on that one. So as I said, hopefully you're all enjoying your time so far. We're getting to enjoy some great games. Still got more to come, and we got still more of this one to go. So let's let's see now. I'm calling it maybe an A for that final mission for Prometheus. What do you guys think? What do you all think I should state on that one? So let's see here. We also unlocked the one S. D. U. Yeah, health. So we unlocked that one there. Excuse me. We're now on to the second storyline of the ARMD. Remember, 2 storylines. Yeah, you gotta sit through the credits on that one. But now then, we're on what is essentially the storyline that's based off the movie. I believe our character's name is Eddie. Anyway, by the way, say hi to Roy. Hi, Roy. This one is the shorter of the 2 storylines, but it is also the harder of the 2. I want us to stay in formation, but we really don't have to. Yeah, I know, but still. Just gonna kick back, relax, hang out, and just wait for the mission to truly start. So they're telling us, hey, stay in line, kind of stuff like that. And yes, even using subs on that one off of Amazon Prime that's got macross on that one. That's still what they call it. That one, and again, they use auto subs on that one. Those captions, which is what they'll do for that one. So we just gotta wait around here. Fly towards there. Bit. Fly backwards a bit. Just target all. This is where you start to really see just like how some of this is just like you know, the early ones where we can just, you know, kick back, relax, and just fly backwards while getting rid of a whole bunch of enemies is good. We played from the first storyline. I guess I could remember her name. Some quick strafing here and there. Do that there. And fly to the target location above Macross Island before heading down into the city. Yeah. He is what he is. He is what he is. Personally, I do like the way that they actually handle stuff. That one for both things. Anyway, now that we gotta go save the city again. Macross は民間人の収容を継続しています。収容を完了するまでマクロスは動けません。周囲の敵部隊はバルキリー隊で全て撃破してください。Jump that one there. That there. There, try to avoid some of the actual slowdown from the game lagging a bit. Get far away from some of the enemies that can launch some missiles. That there. Strafing. Try to cut down on the lag. I like that. Cover a bit on that one. Got some heavies here. I have to take out some enemies on that one. Yes. Notice me actually using some more missiles on that one because these are, you know, a bit stronger on that one. Trying not to get flipped around. Like we're covering all those. So we saved the city again. Not bad for a time. Just if I was playing this casually, I'd actually be ecstatic about that one, but still. So we now have access to the 1J. And oddly enough, we get not only the 1J, but we get the Super 1J. So this is essentially the ARMD's version of the Prometheus Stage 3, where we have to defend the ship for it to transform. Ship takes a bit more damage. That one, you just gotta keep it alive. A lot of the same tactics still apply. And yes, it's still technically an auto-scroller. Because, as I said, this storyline is based off the first of the movies. So we can just hover around here, protecting the ship. That there. Now, the nicest thing is for this one, again, you just gotta defend the ship until it transforms. Gotta say, I do like how they actually did mix a lot of things within game 1.1. Now, would I have preferred some actual more interesting, listens here and there? Yes. The one thing you have to give it to Battle Cry was they did at least have some more, actual, I won't say canon because honestly the events are covered in the books for that one. But I do like how, both, all the different takes on the series. Well, on the events that they, for both Macross and Retrothon. So we've got all this. I still have to say, I'm still flabbergasted that Macross and Retrothon finally worked things out. Because honestly, I guess you could say a fan of both series. So I do like how, I appreciate how each of these stories, took some of these things for it. I think honestly, both things, I love both things on that one, and honestly, chat, for those of you that know of the failed attempt where they wanted to make a sequel for Robotech back in the 80s, I still argue, to this day, that if that had actually happened, where they could have, gotten it, on TV and were able to make more than just the couple episodes that they made, that would have probably changed pop culture. In a good way, too, because it would have pushed forward a lot of the stuff as far as anime goes that we didn't see till the, like 10, 15 years ago, like, just like, stuff like, just like stuff we didn't see till like, 5-6 years back. In fact, the closest thing I can think of is something like, Standy, as far as anime goes, because honestly that was, because that show appeared in the US first, then in Japan. And I hate to say it, but part of their original idea for, the sequel to Robotech was supposed to be something similar to that. Mind you, how it would have worked, who knows? But as I said, that would have dramatically changed pop culture history. And I have to say, the series, have inspired a lot of people in that one. Yeah. I honestly think if they ever go back and are able to redo stuff, that they can actually distinguish both even more separate on that one. Anyway, so now then, you've got through all of that. Got mission 3, cover that one there. Oh yeah, defending the ship some more. So we're going to fly backwards again on that one. Again, if the enemies are going to come straight at us, we're going to use that to our advantage. And our character Eddie also becomes the leader of Apollo's pod, I think is the name of it. So we're gonna do some more dodging here and there. Personally, if they ever remake Robotech, or at least, can reboot it some, I'd love for them to actually be able to bring in more of the side pieces to it. But as far as macross goes, I'm looking forward to being able to see some more of the actual franchise. Maybe it's brought to the US. This is where you'll see me use some of the explosions to my advantage to take out multiple enemies, or at least weaken multiple enemies. There's a nice pattern again. So now then, this is one of the other stages where we have to go inside the ship. Sadly, again, no missiles. Lining up all the other stuff on that one. Yeah, that cutscene is skippable. And the ARMD route. Again, we can't use missiles, so it's out a constant rate of fire while dodging, getting our ability to have multiple weapons going at the same time. Stopping, firing every now and then so I can actually let the gun recharge. Left here, up there. A bit of hovering here and there. Goes like that in there. Dodging. And I get why they won't let us use the missiles inside the ship. Okay, come on now, you. Get rid of all those. So we've saved the ship from the inside again. Hope we don't step on anybody. Those that got the Gundam reference there. So we're going forward. Stage 4. Stage 4 is an interesting one. It honestly is. So remember how when we had to defend the cat's eye, and I believe someone asked about why they don't send out the scout Valkyrie? Yeah, we have to actually do this mission ourselves. And I might add, there's also a boss in this mission, so yeah. Anyway, there's enemies behind us, so what we're gonna do, since we're limited on our missiles and we'll need them for the boss, is turn, launch a couple missiles, and use the actual explosions from it to help with getting rid of a lot of the enemies. Because we want to be able to save time, go fast, and make sure we have enough missiles for the boss to dish out enough to make sure that that actually gets done a lot faster. Use the robotech term, Cyclone, and I am not sure about pronouncing the other one, because words are hard. Yeah, we have to use this thing. So we're going to fly past again, getting far enough away from the enemies. Want some of our missiles here. Use our guns here. So we need to be able to save on our missiles on that one. Yeah. Oh, it's the scout one, so we just gotta fly to locations. 16 missiles will at least be able to help with killing the boss slightly faster. So we just gotta get to the remaining target points. Said I'd make sure we have enough of the missiles to help with the boss. Because dealing with a boss where you're having to dodge things while not having a real good solid way of dishing out a lot of damage is a thing. Where are you? Ah, there you go. Lost track of the little arrow to help find where it needed to go. This is a positive thing since we're actually the cat side this time. It does help with at least making sure it stays alive. Enemy ship. So we're flying as far as we can. Be able to dodge left, right, left, right. Avoid that there. Be able to hit that there. Some strafing. Avoid getting hit. That one, use the lag to our advantage, take it out. This will not be an S, and it theorizes whether or not it's actually possible to get an S rank with the default ship on this one. But let's see here. I'm hoping at least for an A. Though probably too much damage for the A. What do you know? Got the A. Anyway, we unlocked that one there. Next, we get to go explore an actual Zentradi ship. Well, a derelict Zentradi ship. Ideally, we're supposed to take it easy. Use the Guardian mode to actually explore some, but because it's one of the fastest ways to control it inside, but for the long corridors, using actual fighter, if you can manage it perfectly, is the fastest movement. And if anybody ever does a task for this, you will probably see them never transform into anything other than that. Yes, I know how confining and stuff like that is. Warning for those that might get motion sickness, you might want to look away from this mission due to it being inside and lots of subtle movements. Anyway, we're almost to the ship's bridge. said, I do try to make sure, you know, help where I can on that one. Anyway, so apparently the ship was not dead. Also, unskippable cutscene, shoutouts. Now we got realizing that we gotta get back out of here. There. On that one there. And we will have to take out enemies during this. Although we have access to our missiles here, because of the total chaos of this, I am not going to use. I'm not even going to try to use them on the enemies. And if you're wondering why I don't just run from them, it's because honestly, there's no real way to you really can't. In order to get the doors to open, you have to actually get through this. You have to get rid of all the enemies on the way out. Said word of warning to those that do have potential motion sickness to look away from this one. Straight from there, straight from there, straight from there. Again, you know, I'll let you all know for those that get a bit motion sick, you know, when the mission's over. Not all those. Through here. More strafing here and there. And we're almost out of here. And we're out. No. They don't really respawn. It's more of they they spawn in and we have to get rid of each group in order to actually continue leaving the ship. For that one, no. Also, for those that were looking away because of possible motion sickness, the mission's over. Now we have to defend the ship again on Mars. I really hate having to use the Super Battloid, because they still require you to actually use have limited flight supply with the Battloid, which is... It's one of those decisions that's like, if you're not going to let me have the ability to actually turn it to the other modes, give me at least the ability to hover with the Battloid. A full proper hover. I'd take that, please. Well, the nicest thing is this is one of the rare times you'll actually be able to actually target the lock-on with missiles. However, in this case, I get full freedom of movement for the actual ability to fire missiles. So that usually the trade-off on it. Which again, the one thing I do like about Battlecry is this is actually a lot easier to do in Battlecry because of the fact of having the straight-up ability to use fighter and Battleblade a lot easier, since roads don't have to wait for the thing to do a slight pause in switching from one road to the other. Having the straight up ability to do proper lock on is huge when it comes to some interesting movement tactic. For example, instant missiles. Being able to go from fighter to battle deploy back to fighter to be able to keep a rapid fire of heavy missiles. No, this is Super Dimension Fortress Macross. It's also otherwise known as the first part of Robotech in the US, but it's just completely different on that one, but how best to explain it on that one. However, Macross is thing did help influence Z Gundam, Zeta. Now then, we got some harder enemies to get to. So we're going to actually use our heavy missiles here. Yes, this is part of the reasons why I didn't use them earlier. As it's a lot easier to actually do that one. You also notice me starting to switch between the two types to be able to actually do some stuff. I like being able to show off some of the actual, more mecha-based games just because they don't get as much love. And the speedruns for it are usually pretty solid, especially because the skill sets required within it, you having to, switch between stuff like that. I'm just a fan of combat-style speedruns. As, I'm someone who considers himself more of a casual speedrunner because, I work retail. I do not ever get a chance. I'm not a professional streamer or anything like that, so I don't really get a chance to do much practice as I would like for these type of things. So, speedrunning a game that's just like, more along the lines of you can still make mistakes playing at a, reasonably good level and still have fun and improvise. I got my start doing speedruns from, randomizers, so, those are the type of things where it's just like, it works, it lets you, still have that, casual, like, I'm going to improve this and that, just, do those, like, I'm going to improve 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, that type of thing. And that's really important to, someone like me who's got to work, and just, does this, for fun on some stuff. I'm far from the best, but it's just like the, it's those are the type of things that really do help on that one. Yeah. That's the thing with retail. Retail, whether it be retail, grocery, it's, work at a grocery store, I still consider that retail. My significant other works retail, and in fact, she's got to go into work today, so she's got to go in like 10, so I owe her a huge thank you for that one. For putting up with this one, because, well, you can understand how, just for others out there that have, some of the other, how that sort of feels when you have to do that, especially when needing sleep. So, I let her know that ahead of time on that one, so try to work with that one, so... That's the... What are those things on that one? So we protected the ship here, telling us, about the ship being covered. That one, so we've saved the ship here, so... Going from there. Yeah, nice. This type of stuff, it's just more about knowing, some of the movement options on that. Now, we've made it back to Earth. This is one of those missions I really do not like because we have 2 back-to-back boss fights, but we've got the 1S, so shout-outs to the 1S. And again, shoutouts to the devs, never thinking players would actually be able to do this type of stuff. It's like, if you're going to try to base it off of, you know, any type of you know, something like Ace Combat or something like that, and just have the enemies keep coming towards you, remember, you can fly backwards with Guardian. And that's one of those things, just like, if the enemies are just going to keep, you know, coming towards you and run into your missiles, I don't know about you, but that's sort of the, yeah, I'll use that, dodge that one. It's one of the, you know, basic movement tech on that one. I have to say shoutouts to me doing this, helping out my runs for Battle Cry, because it's helping me actually remember to use Guardian a bit more. Anyway, this is part of the reason why I saved some of the missiles, the heavier ones. Gotta protect health here. Saddest thing is I could use the alt camera angles, but they don't allow you to actually keep locked onto the enemy. And I've got to try to keep my health up, because we've got a second boss in this stage. One nice thing is the alt weapon fire for the Battleoid does help shoot down missiles, so doing that, you know, and actually using it does help with taking out the enemy, you know, fast enough. Also helps get rid of their missiles, so I can actually just keep up a solid rate of fire on them. Some quick transformations here. Dodge some, so we're gonna do that. Bit of dodging up our own. One of the nice things is that we get a somewhat of a health refill before the second part of the stage. However, it's not a full health refill, sadly, so we have to actually choose to not take as much damage as we'd like. Turn again. So that's the first boss. So now we have to take out this ship here. So again, we're going to want to take out the fighters as fast as possible. If I had taken more damage, the health wouldn't have been refilled as much. So that's sort of why I tried to make sure I did not take as much damage during the first phase of this battle. Because I am going to be legitimately tanking damage. for the second part of it. Yes, this is legitimately one of those times where you will see where the actual strategy is to tank the damage. Have some of those, do that there. Gonna need to make sure I have enough missiles for the boss. Lock on that one there, fire that there. Take that out. So now I want to hover some. Get ready for the second part here. Yeah, an exhaust port. Gotta love the Star Wars reference. Don't do that, please. Okay, where are you? Targeted. Okay, there you go. There you are. Want to shift over here. Switch that there. Hover a bit more. Yep, some more. Abuse the lag. Got it. That one. Nearly died, but I got it on that one. See, not bad, not good. I will give a shout out to the admin here. Mission 8 here is the last mission. It will take a little bit, but just heads up. We still have about a decent amount of time before that one, but this is more of a giving a heads up on that one. So we'll want to fly backwards, target a lot of these. Nicest thing is, we get what is known as the 1S strike. I do not know if they stole that from Gundam or not, but yeah. So I'm gonna keep dodging here. With a certain number of enemies here. Okay, did I spawn the next set? Let's see here. Soon enough. That one there. We've got to get rid of a certain amount of these before that stuff. Mageius 1 on Twitch. I just prefer Mageius more than anything else. Sorry. At present, we get a high-powered cannon. That there. quick target changes. Luckily this time, don't really have to worry about health here. Let's strafe here, they're everywhere. Find the next group of enemies, here they are. Guys there. I'm gonna make sure I don't waste all my shots because I'm gonna need these. Can't afford to waste them on the smaller enemies here. I got most of them. You. There we go for that one there. I know. Sorry about that all. It's just, you know, it's one of those things. It's just like it's a lot easier to just, you know, go Mageius than, you know, the other thing on that one. By the way, enjoy the second of the 3 anime music. Also, we get some fun stuff here. This is legitimately the fastest and most deadly of the Valkyries in this game. I'm gonna fly away because we gotta destroy a certain amount of these. Like not to hit by my own fire. Not gonna be good. That one. So let's see here. Got all that. That there. We have a lot of good ammo. That one. So we want to use the giant explosions to help. Use the giant fireballs to help with getting rid of things. Yes. Yeah. Lost those there. Get rid of some of the enemies because we got a ship to blow up. After all this. Now, where are you? Gotta get that locked in. Come on, where's the other targets? Got it out of sight from them. Good, there we go for that one there. A lot of them. fire that there. Stuff on that one there. Come on now. Use the lag to our advantage here. Because those lags isn't useful sometimes. Oh, there we go. Now we got them to spawn. Because it's, you know, if you're a fan of the show, now we've got all that one. Yep. Now we still have to deal with one other thing, and this is an unskippable cutscene. And I think that's his name. You can correct me if that is the incorrect name on that one. I'm just going by what the guide I found, said his name was. Anyway, unskippable cutscene here. Global taking this up close. You can see Macross actually fire some of its missiles. Midway on stage, it's hard to tell on that one. Anyway, we got one more enemy to deal with. And we're Eddie here after Macross fires its lasers here. Well, I'll let you see. Macross going in for some bombardments. As I said, if I had no webcam on, you'd see me literally frantically massing, showing you I can't skip this. Anyway, Lisa telling us, stay on target, main target's right ahead of you. You volunteering to go in. I like to think this part is like her saying, come back alive, miss, love ya, that type of a thing. So that's sort of how it sounds with the emotional thing on that one. Now then, I will warn you all right now. Anybody that has motion sickness or might think they might get something on that one, this is an enclosed battle. It is inside. I've given you all warning on that one to understand that one, because the tight twist and turn movement on that one. Why they made the weakest part of the game, like having to deal one part for a final boss, I will never know. Come on, you. There we go. Finally can start damaging the boss. That's also, we're getting to fight the boss while he's not liking the music. We want to dodge some. We want to use our Valkyrie here to dodge a bit more. Just some circular strafing. I might add, if I do not die, timing is on the last hit of the boss. But we still gotta finish it off, so. Time for that one. However, to get the final in-game time, we have to watch the credits. So the run, it's solid, and just one of the nicest things about it is in-game time being, pretty accurate. It's a solid and good thing on that one. So let's see. Just want to do one quick thing here. So, I don't think I got an S, but I'll take maybe an A or a B. Might be the damage on that one. Let's see. B. That'll work. That'll work on that one. And we're telling us we unlocked the one extra thing. So I just want to do one quick thing here. Makes it easier because I'll probably want to grab the VOD for this. So get the total score. So the other benefit about doing a new game run, since all the records are at 0, it makes it a lot easier to track everything for an in-game time, because I can just read the numbers out that way. It's a solid thing on that one. Overall, not a bad time either. Hope you all stick around to watch the next one. It's Dynasty Warriors. Like, I know those games don't get as much love as far as people watching it, so I definitely recommend sticking around and checking it out. That one. So I guess whenever they want to hand it over, more than welcome to. I know I got done ahead of time.